Hello guys, welcome to another video. We're going to be going over the update that happened to airbase. Oh, and there's a cop passing by. So for this, we're to be using the RMA team as they have access to all the airbase doors. So the first thing you'll notice is that you now spawn in the airbase. RMA spawns in the airbase right here. You'll recognize this building from the Fort Mersk, and here is just a classroom and some glass right here so they can't see in. All the RMA cars are still the same. Here's this, here's that, and they also do have a new regular package and a new recruiting package, so this is pretty nice. We're going to spawn a truck. So the storage building is still the same. There's now 3 helipads. We're going to drive right over here, and they've separated them. The Fish and Wildlife, RMA, PIT, the News helicopter, and the BCSO helicopter. And over here, you'll notice there's more spawners. This is for the Gov helicopter, CBI, the Little Bird, the Black Hawk, and the Apache. So now we will be moving on. We actually won't be moving on. We'll be staying here to see this has stayed the same. The pads have been moved over here. The training course has also been moved. You can no longer jump the south fence back there no more. They removed that. ATC stayed the same. Fuel has been moved over here, right next to ATC. You no longer have a hangar door. There's your plane spawners, your jets. And over here is the POD spawn, or the bays. So that's pretty fun. And then over here is still the ATC. I believe they have not changed any of the sirens, but I will check. That one's the same. As you notice, the alarm lights are going off. And yep, scramble is still the same. And you can see me on the map, which is pretty funny. Jump down from here. There's the Kang building as it always was there. Nothing changed in the storage buildings. You can still rob and everything. But you can no longer exit on the second floor, and there's ladders going up to the top where there's a SAM site that I believe has to be activated by Kang. Now we're going to where Fort Mersk used to be. Now there is some new houses there. Here is the new governor's mansion. Pull in here. You do not have to lockpick anything in here, except for the door to the attic here, which I cannot open since I'm on RMA. But here is the new safe, their new vault they have here. This is a 220-second drill timer with a drill kit. There is the S&W 400 in there, the M5 pistol, and the AR-15 LEO, a fully auto MP5, and 2 other LEO guns in there. And over here is also just a brick house, 1776. Not much in here. No safe, unfortunately. Here are the rooms to it, and then the backyard. And then Gov House, which I can't open an RMA. Nothing's changed inside Gov House besides there's now a helipad in there. Still the same robbery. But there's also a new addition to the map. Hello, SHPD. There's a new addition to the map over by FD2. And this is their supply depot. We're going to be parking outside of the supply depot. So we're going to put these on. And the supply depot, I don't know much about it yet, but I know it's here. You cannot rob anything in here. Here's the explosives for the EOD. Open her up here. Here's the basic garage. Here's some more pads. And then here's Kang's spawn room. Now there's also a new feature where you can enable the airbase alarm, which will set that off above you and will set off the alarms at airbase. But for now, we're gonna go to Fish and Wildlife.
So now go see the new airbase one.
And boom, Gov House is gone, not here anymore. You will still notice that it does say Hills by the government house right here, or where was it? So if I go to primary and I do location, it'll say Hills near the government house, but the government house is no longer here. But with that covered, we'll be switching to Civ to go rob the government house and go see what's inside the safe and how much we get. Alright, now that the vault's open, you will see what's in here. Here is the bag of money. And then here are the tools. I'll pick each. Let me empty my inventory before I pick each of these up. Here is the MP5 LEO. Oh, here's the cop. Here's the semi and auto version. I don't know why that cop's still here. Hold on. We have to set him straight. Anyway. After I set that cop straight. Here is the AR-15. And the next gun. Which is the M4. And auto. And semi. Here is another MP5. I already have it though. Oh, I can't get to the other one, which I think is just another AR. Here is the pit pistol, or better known as the S&W 400. And then I have to kind of look up for this one. Oh, come on, let me get it, Oh, there we go. Here's the M5. Oh, what is it? Yeah. just does more than the pistol. So we're going to be going to airbase to go look at these now. As you can see, the law enforcement's here. Here's the pistol, the first one, or the second one actually, does that much. Here is the second pistol, the pit pistol, or this is actually the first one. Reload this one. Here is the M4 law enforcement. Here is the AR-15. Here is the MP5. Now we can test on our lovely experiment here. He's not meant to fight back.